You are only good to them when you are hitting home runs. It doesn't matter if you started it. It doesn't matter if you're the face of it. Your investors and stakeholders only want home runs. If you're only hitting singles, they're going to look to replace you. All this other shit you believe that you think they care about because you care about it, they don't care. They'll find another founder. They'll find another CEO. They'll find another face of it. It's the end of the world as we know it. Chapter 15. Here we go. Getting close to the end. All hell officially breaks loose in chapter 15. There's still a glimmer of hope in my heart, but let me just read you the recap to start it off. Coach Fred was trying to steal the business for $3 million. Home Office Henry now wanted to fuck over Coach Fred for trying to steal the business for $3 million. Henry and Coach Fred now hated Tessie Mays for involving them in the mess of the bald Barney template. Everyone now hated the Tessie Mays management team for getting us all into this precarious financial situation. Our not quite a loan shark lender, Ryan, was still in the process of suing us for defaulting on a loan we repaid in full and early. COVID and the lockdowns were still going on, and the war between Russia and Ukraine had worsened a global supply chain crisis. That's how the chapter begins. But wait, there's more. And so what this whole chapter was about was trying to find clarity and a good outcome for everybody while battling multiple different wars and battles at the same time. And I was trying to find clarity at the time, and so and nobody could help me. Everybody I told the situation to was just kind of like, holy shit, man, that sucks. So I found this sports performance coach who works with pro athletes, not the one I'm using now, not my guy Fader. This is somebody else. And I set up a meeting, and he deals with all these pro athletes around this area. So I tell him everything that's going on. This dude's from the South. I speak for about 45 minutes, and I'm like, so, that's everything. And he goes, oh my God. It is like you're fighting 3 different wars simultaneously against 3 different enemies with 3 different weapons. I go, yeah, that is what's happening. He goes, well, good luck to you. And I was like, good luck? That's it? You got no insights into how to deal with this shit? Well, it seems like you've got a good grasp on it. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, shit's bad when every person you try and get insights from is in shock and just says, good luck to you. And so I went back and tried to regroup and rethink about everything that was going on. And in reality, every theme from the previous chapters was exposed in this chapter with a magnifying glass times 100. So, what you need to know. Only you can sell a passion. How to do it. People will say, trust the experts. Don't believe them. Insert yourself and make the experts prove their worth to you. So this is really summarizing us trying to solve all these problems, hiring professional negotiators, trying to sell the business, hiring an investment banker. And in reality, they couldn't get it done because they were not emotionally vested, I guess is the best way to describe it. You obviously don't want to be in these situations just like an emotional roller coaster or some teenage kid with hormone problems. You do want to maintain kind of that stoic philosophy of negotiation. But at the same time, if you can't look somebody in their eye with truth and passion and intent behind your words and your actions, they're going to feel it and you're not going to get the outcome that you want to get. And we did not get the outcome we wanted to get. And so when I think back on that, I think a lot of our issues were trusting experts that really couldn't do what they said that they could do. And whether or not I'm right or wrong on that, I'm taking the position that I'm right. What you need to know, you are only good to them when you are hitting home runs. How to do it. Reframe your mind to what your job actually is. It doesn't matter if you started it. It doesn't matter if you're the face of it. Your investors and stakeholders only want home runs. Your job is to hit home runs. Make sure everyone else is hitting home runs. If you're only hitting singles, they're going to become antsy and they're going to look to replace you. It's true. And I talked about hitting singles. Now, if you're hitting singles consistently and you're getting the points on the board, that's great. That could be your strategy. That could be your methodology. But if you have a fan base that's there for the home run contest, and that's why they invested in you, and you're hitting singles at a home run contest, you're not going to have a job very long. All this other shit you believe that you think they care about because you care about it, they don't care. They'll find another founder. They'll find another CEO. They'll find another face of it. I mean, there's so many freaking business stories like Ray Kroc with McDonald's. He wasn't the founder, but there is a bronze plaque in every McDonald's in the world that says Ray Kroc, founder. Because winners write the history books. That's how it goes. He who has the gold makes the rules. Now, I believe in the other golden rule, treat other people how you want to be treated. But at the same time, you need to know the other golden rule, which is he who has the gold makes the rules and the history books. What you need to know, loop in people to your gut. How to do it. Your job is to read between the lines and connect the dots. Sometimes you need more dots to connect, and that's when you need to loop people in. So what I did is I kept 5 or 6 people in my trust tree, in my trust circle. And some of them weren't my direct reports, but I had deep trust. And so I'd loop them into scenarios and I would just say, hey, I'm having a weird feeling here. Keep your ear to the ground on this thing and let me know if you see anything weird. Bringing awareness to the situation got people in a heightened state of awareness and perception, which then allowed me to have a different perspective so that I could connect all of the dots and read in between all the lines. Now, the key is you don't want to scare people too much and stress them out too much, but you do need ears and eyes in areas where you can't be all of the time. So I always kept 5 or 6 people in the loop, and they would bring me back information and go, yeah, you're right. This guy is acting super weird. He did this, and this. That helped me have a better picture of the situation, who needed to be relieved of their duties, who was working for somebody else, who couldn't be trusted. And all of that information was very important so that I could then make the right decision for the entire organization and the entire company. I think the other piece of this, especially in this chapter, was the complete realization that my gut had been right all along. And that was a tough pill to swallow because, in a sense, I was right, but I was dead right. Everything I thought was going to happen was right, which was not good. And I chose to be convinced otherwise. This person's actually a good person, Greg. You're just not seeing it properly. You've got conspiracy theories in your head, or these bankers are the best, Greg. They're going to do the best job. They've done this 100 times. You just don't understand what's going on. All of these different examples, time and time again, play after play, my gut was right. And I used to tell my wife, I'm like, I don't want to be right anymore. These things are not good things to be right about. In reality, what I should have been doing is screaming from the rooftops louder about what my gut instincts were. And maybe that would have made a difference. Maybe it wouldn't have. But now, from a gut perspective, when my gut speaks, I listen. We're almost at the end. I'm Greg Vetter. This is Undressed, limited series podcast on the field guide and the book.